welcome. Thank you so much for supporting Motomola TV. Thank you for watching, for sharing. We are here to share information as we head to August 12 general election. Joseph, I'm wasting my time. Yes, it's my time. So why is it a problem if I'm wasting my time? It's my time that I'm wasting. I love politics because politics is politicians decide the lives of people. So I love it because I care about people and I care that everyone in Zambia should be treated equally and fairly. So if I'm wasting my time, that's my problem. Hi, Prophet Sam from UK, Bristol. Oh, nice to see you guys. I'm so happy to watch you guys, especially the youth. You are our future. You have to be involved in politics. We need to change Zambia. We need to change Africa, especially. We are suffering from abuse by these dictator of politicians that we put in office. They come begging for our votes, but once they are in office, they forget about all their promises and start abusing us. So that's why I love politics, because I care about the people and I want to see a better life for everybody. Hi, Lenny in Ndola. That's my constituency. Yes, I lived in Ndola, right there off at Maybin Flats, near Ndola Central Hospital. Favor, I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Yes, so you guys tell me where you're watching me from. Yes, thank you. Yes, like why follow a channel and then you follow a channel and start criticizing? You know, nobody's forcing you to follow Motomola TV. So I'm not here to be insulted by anyone. We are just here to campaign and get people information and just to connect. We thank God for social media because we can connect in real time from people all over the world. Hi, Musonda from Kasama. George from Kitwe. I see you guys. So anyway, today I just want to talk briefly about, like I said, PF is promising carpenter and beans as our payment for our pension money. And I'm going to talk about this because I'm affected directly. Like I told you, I'm a teacher by profession, and I took a separation package from the Ministry of Education, which was negotiated by the World Bank. So that happened in 1999. That's when I separated from Ministry of Education. So when I separated from Ministry of Education, that was 21 years ago. I was a young teacher. I had served the Ministry of Education for 10 years. And that was the minimum requirement to qualify as a voluntary separatee. So I qualified, and the World Bank funded GRZ. They actually gave GRZ money to pay us separatees. So these separatees, the minimum requirement was 10 years of service and a maximum of however many years. So they were, at that time, I think it was 3,500 of us separated, and the IMF through the World Bank funded this program, meaning money was given to GRZ to pay us. And this was a huge lump of money, because this money was meant for us to survive on until the rest of our lives without having to work. So the MMD under President Chiluba negotiated this deal, and they received this money from World Bank. But instead of paying us, then something else happened. Now, Zambia was not the only country which was under this IMF program to reduce the civil service. There were other countries like Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya. They all were restructuring their civil service. So the World Bank funded all these countries for them to restructure their civil service and gave them money to pay off the retirees. And I am one of those retirees. I was very young when I took that separation package. So now what GRZ did is, instead of paying us the package according to the instructions of IMF, they manipulated figures and underpaid us. So they paid us some money back then, which was, I think I got my letter in March 1999, and then in September that year I got a payment, a lump sum payment, but it was manipulated and reduced. Then we thought, that was what was due to us, until we started investigating and heard that our counterparts from other countries were paid much more than us. And then we also learned that the government manipulated our packages and underpaid us. So this matter has been in courts for 21 years. We have been fighting to get our full pension fund from GRZ up to today. 21 years is a long time. A lot of my friends have perished. They have died without getting their money. And you can imagine, I was young when I got the pension, but there were other people who were old, like they had worked 20 years. They were ready to retire, They had worked 20 years in the civil service, and they were told, they asked us to volunteer. So we volunteered to take a package and to be paid out. So those people, they were almost at retirement age, but they thought they only have 1 year or 2 years to retire. So they took the package. So these people, most of them, they have perished, because that time they were 20 years ago, maybe they were 50 years or 60 years, and they took a package, and we have been struggling all this time. A lot of people have died from depression because they've been unable to take care of their families, because they have been waiting on these lies after lies, promises after promises. The last lie was by Given Luwinda, where he lied to us. That was in June last year. He said that the money will be released in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Up to now, we have received nothing. And the latest story is yesterday, when there was a protest, and I don't know which government representative said that they are going to give us beans and carpenter to alleviate, our hardships while they wait to pay us our pension. I think, when I read this, I wanted to cry. I'm like, oh my God, For me, I was young that time when I left the teaching service. So I did pursued other careers. But other people who were like older, they have not pursued any career after that separation from the government. They have been waiting these 21 years in difficult conditions, And in fact, since ECO came into office, all the payments stopped. Before ECO was in office, we were being given small payments like $100 here and there, maybe every other month. We were being given something through our lawyers. But when ECO came into office in the last 5 years, I have not received any payment for GRZ, because they used to give us payments and give us stories. It's just confusing, you guys. It's really sad. Like, a whole country can, mistreat, abuse their own retirees. Like, we are pensioners. From retirement is death. You work all your life to receive your pension so that you can enjoy your last days on earth happily and peacefully. But this government is frustrating us. In the last 4 years since ECO, 4 or 5 years since ECO has been president, 0 payments. We have received nothing. We have representatives there in Lusaka. They go to ministry headquarters. They are told story after story. Come tomorrow. And then now, in the last 2-3 weeks, we see all these cadres flashing money in our faces, And most of the people who are remaining now is actually administrators, the orphans of the actually separatists. So, because most of the people, they have died. So a lot of the people who are in those group protesting are actually children like you. It's youths. They are daughters and sons of retirees who have died while, you know, their parent, their mother, their father is waiting to receive this money. And why am I talking about this today? I am talking about this because I'm aggrieved. I am talking about this because that's why I want to change this government to a caring government, you know, a government that does not care for its pensioners, for its retirees. It's really sad. You know, you offer carpenter and beans to your retirees. So how are they going to get the carpenter to people in diaspora like myself? Carpenter is what we eat every day. We eat carpenter and beans every day. So in retirement, I don't even know what to say. It's like you work all your life to get to retire and get your money and live a nice, comfortable life. And these people, after they have abused us, GRZ, after they have abused us, they've denied us our benefits for 21 years. They are going to offer us carpenter and beans. I think that's an insult. And I think, you know, I don't know who said that. If it's a government representative, whoever said it, I think that's a very cold, like very, very cold. You know, so that's why I'm venting today. I'm really upset. I don't even know to cry or do whatever because, you know, there are people who are in a worse off position than myself. And then to be told, you know, to be told that the government is going to give us carpenter and beans to alleviate the suffering of the pensioners, that's an insult, you know. It's really, really bad. And that's why I'm here campaigning for UPND, because at least they care for people. I don't think any minister that will be appointed in UPND can have the nerve to come and tell pensioners that they'll be given beans and carpenter. Are we in boarding school? I ate beans and carpenter already. When I was in boarding, that was my diet. Beans and carpenter when I was in boarding school. So now when I'm retired, the government should have the nerve to tell me they are going to pay my pension in form of beans and carpenter. That's an insult. It's really insulting and disrespectful and upset. And all of us retirees, we are upset. Even the so-called administrators, you know, the kids, the orphans of my fellow retirees, they are insulted. Because these kids, some of them, they are young, they are youth. You know, they need to go to school. They have been counting on this money. Some of them were babies, you know, when their parents retired. They are counting on this money to help them. But how can you... so now we're going to use the carpenter and beans for barter system. You know, like if they send me beans and carpenter, what am I going to do with beans and carpenter? I have bills to pay. You know, I need to send my children to school. I need to pay rent. I need to eat. It's just ridiculous, you guys. Honestly. Anyway, so enough about that beans and carpenter story. And then I saw Kambwili, CK apologizing. I'm like, this election, August 12, is for strong people. We don't need people who are flip-flopping. That itself is just disqualifying himself for any leadership position. You can't have a leader flip-flopping. Chameleon. Today he's here, tomorrow he's there. Such kind of a leader who is flip-flopping, nailangama colors, forget about him. I'm not even going to say names. I'm just going to say, if there is a leader who is flip-flopping, today is pink, Milo is yellow, green, red, you can't follow such a leader because he will lead you in a ditch. If you follow such a leader, you follow him, and then when you get to the point, wherever you're going, he will change his mind. And what are you going to do? We need people who are brave, fearless, courage, who have their determined, fixed mind, focused. Nothing about mulanga fiama dollars, change. You know, they give him a bag of money, they change. This election is not about a person. It's not about what you are going to benefit as a person for leaders. This election is about what you can do for the poor Zambians who are suffering. So any leader who's going into politics and thinking, They have given me $1,000 or $1 million and they change camp. You don't need that leader, because this election is not about comfortable people who are already comfortable. You know, they're just now in politics for greed, to see what they can get out of it. I watched President HH's live press conference, and I was very impressed. He said that if you are here in a UPND to try and get a Porsche, a GX, Toyota GX, you are in the wrong place. People are suffering, you know. There's no medicine in the hospital. Those are the priority. So if you are going to be a leader, it's supposed to be selfless. You're supposed to serve the people. So let's not worry about these leaders who are flip-flopping. Forget about them. It's good riddance, you know. Otherwise, guys, that's it. I don't have much to say. I just came to vent about my pension money, which the GRZ is not paying me, has not paid me for 21 years. Okay. Now, Lumino Oscar, yes, I see you. I see you. Donnie Mutemba from Kitwe Riverside. That's my town. I went to Helen Kaunda Secondary School, so I know Kitwe Copper Belt very well. Musonda, yes, thank you, Musonda, for your encouragement. Wisdom from Namwala. How are you? How's Namwala? Shadrach Mumba. Yes, Shadrach, we love our country. We have to fix things. Ida, yes, Ida. Sorry, the camera flipped. Yes, time for change. Yes, cry, baby. Yes, you don't need a cry baby as a leader, you know. Don't follow a leader who's a cry baby. He will lead you in a ditch. So you guys, I'm here today. I have time. I am home. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. We can talk about it. Otherwise, I'll be signing off shortly. I hope you guys, you have your voters, you have your membership cards from Honorable Matomola. Please get in touch. If you don't have your membership card for UPND, get in touch for Honorable. Get in touch with Honorable Matomola. So what we are doing with the membership cards, we'll use those cards to tally with the ECZ voters register. So for example, in Ndola Central Constituency, if we have maybe 5,000 UPND members, the voters register from ECZ should say the same. Because if we don't have our members registered, ECZ on election day can tell us that we only had 2,000